The very first part in healing is shattering the silence. Every 98 seconds in America, a person is sexually assaulted. Every 8 minutes, one of those victims is a child. On average, 7.5 children are assaulted every hour, 180 in a day, and 65,700 children per year. With this being said, 1 out of 5 girls are victims of sexual abuse, and 1 out of 20 boys are victims of the same crime. Those who fall victim to rape or attempted rape during their adolescence are 13.5 times more likely to again fall victim to this horrendous crime during their first year of college. While these are only but a few of the cruel facts that haunt our innocent, abused youth, they are tame in comparison to the emotional scars they must now live with for the rest of their lives. One such victim was Erin Merryn, a current writer, activist, and sexual abuse survivor who suffered the horrors of sexual abuse at the hands of a neighbor at the ages of 6 to 8, and then from a teenage cousin at the ages of 11 to 13. Her tragedy is only one of thousands of untold stories, some of which are void of any sort of happy ending.
So I confronted my cousin in a 5-page letter, filled with all that anger and rage. Never in a million years would have expected a response back, but I got one. I never would have imagined that that first letter that was filled with so much anger and rage would end 7 months later in him understanding and accepting that maybe I won't accept his apology. And I began to go from this person I hated more than anything to letting go of that, forgiving him in a letter, and suddenly found the peace and joy I longed for. Forgiveness is what set me free. Choosing to forgive has led me to living for today. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good.
Since her experience, Merryn has gone on to become a major activist for victims of sexual abuse, publishing her own journey from the writings of her diary concerning her cousin's sexual abuse in a book called Stolen Innocence, released in 2005. Her later work, Living for Today, published in 2009, recalls her earlier abuse from her neighbor. In 2010, Merryn further showed her support in the fight against abuse by helping in the creation of Erin's Law, which requires all public schools in each state to create a prevention-oriented program about childhood sexual abuse.
And as you probably know of sexual predators, they don't stop after one victim. They got one kid silent. They've got many more silent. And if we can get that one kid to put a stop to it in the first place, right when the grooming process begins, that child can save so many more, dozens of more kids from horror by putting a stop to this. That's why it's so important.
Currently, 28 states have implemented this law into their system, with many more states still pending. However, Merryn's mission is still far from over. She refuses to give up on the fight in the hopes of one day getting the entire country to use her program in their education system.
President Obama, my name is Erin. I've gotten a law passed that requires sexual abuse prevention in schools. And my mission is all 50 states. This is not the last time you and I are going to meet.
The fight against sexual abuse of any kind is sure to be a long, grueling one, but that doesn't mean that anyone is giving up. Merryn shows us that even the actions of one person can start a revolution that could change and possibly save countless lives. We just have to be willing to take that step. Be a voice for the voiceless. Lead others to break their silence and reclaim their voice.